3 years ago, my mornings were not productive or peaceful. They were messy, rushed, and honestly, a little embarrassing. I used to hit the snooze button at least 3 times. When the alarm rang, I didn't wake up, I negotiated with it. 5 more minutes, and those 5 minutes always turned into 15. The moment I finally opened my eyes, my hand automatically reached for my phone. Not because something was urgent, just because it was a habit. I would scroll through messages, notifications, random posts, and sometimes even things I didn't care about. And before I even sat up in bed, my mind was already full. Comparison, news, other people's achievements, other people's problems, and just like that, my day started with noise. I didn't feel powerful. I felt behind. I felt like I was already late, even if I wasn't. And the strange thing is, nothing dramatic was happening in my life, but every day felt slightly out of control. I was always reacting to texts, reacting to deadlines, reacting to stress. By the time I properly started working, my energy was already scattered. For a long time, I thought the problem was discipline. I blamed myself. I told myself I needed to wake up at 5 a.m., take cold showers, follow some extreme routine. I tried copying those perfect morning videos, and I failed every time. Not because I was lazy, but because those routines didn't fit my reality. What I didn't understand back then was that my real problem wasn't laziness, it was chaos. I was giving the most sensitive part of my day, the first hour, to the outside world. And that decision was quietly shaping everything else. Then one morning, after another rushed start, I asked myself something simple. What if I just stop ruining the first hour? Not optimize it, not make it perfect, just stop ruining it. So I made one small rule. For the first 45 minutes after waking up, no phone. That's it. Nothing extreme. No 4 a.m. wake up, no complicated system. Just no phone. The first few days were uncomfortable. My hand kept reaching for it automatically. I didn't even realize how strong the habit was until I tried to stop. It felt like something was missing. But instead of scrolling, I just sat on my bed quietly. I didn't meditate like a monk. I didn't follow a technique. I just sat there and breathed slowly. And for the first time in years, my morning felt slower. Not lazy, just calm. After a few days, I added something small, 5 to 10 minutes of movement. Push-ups, stretching, sometimes just walking around the room. Not to build muscle, not to burn fat, just to wake up my body. And something subtle started to shift. I felt less foggy, less heavy. It wasn't dramatic, but it was noticeable. Then I added one more habit. I started writing 1 page in a notebook every morning. Some days I wrote about what was stressing me. Some days I wrote random thoughts. Some days I wrote what I wanted to improve. It wasn't deep or poetic, it was messy and honest. But writing cleared space in my head. Problems that felt huge inside my mind looked smaller on paper. The biggest shift, though, came from one principle. Create before you consume. Before checking messages, before watching anything, before reading emails, I would work on one important task for at least 20 minutes. Just one. And I noticed something interesting. When I completed that one task early, the entire day felt lighter. Even if things went wrong later, I had already made progress. I wasn't chasing the day anymore, I was leading it. This routine didn't change my life in a week. It didn't suddenly double my income or give me superhuman focus. But over months, it did something more powerful. It made me stable. My mornings stopped feeling rushed, my mind felt clearer, my workouts became consistent, my work improved because I wasn't mentally exhausted before starting. My confidence grew quietly because I was keeping small promises to myself every day. And here's what I realized. Most people don't need a better life plan, they need a better start to their day. We underestimate how much the first hour shapes everything else. When you begin with noise, you carry that noise all day. When you begin with control, you carry that control forward. It's not about waking up early, it's not about becoming extreme, it's about protecting your energy before the world touches it. If you want to try this, don't copy my routine perfectly. Just protect the first 30 to 60 minutes. Remove the noise, sit quietly, move your body a little, write something, and complete one meaningful task before consuming anything. That's it. Keep it simple, keep it realistic. The goal is not to feel motivated, the goal is to feel in control. Because your life doesn't change when you discover a new hack, it changes when you stop starting your days in chaos. And that shift doesn't look impressive from the outside, but inside, it feels powerful. Tomorrow morning, don't try to be perfect, just don't give your first hour away. And slowly, without drama, you'll notice something different. You're not rushing anymore, you're not reacting, you're leading. And that's where real change begins.